Getting judged for my career. I was initially going to study computer science but opted out due to fear of the mathematics involved. I decided to pursue a skilled trade, electrician, as they are always in demand and the pay is usually quite good. I'm currently a level 2 at age 25 and I'm at the point where I make good money, but I've reached a hurdle. Everyone is university crazy these days and as I walk past people to work in my blue-collar clothes, they look at me in disgust. Even conversing with others when I'm not in my work clothes they all seem to have a disinterest when I mention my field of work. I've gone out on a few dates and all the women have all seemed disinterested and some downright disgusted when I mention what I do. I read lots on my own in a wide range of topics: neuroscience, economics, psychology, astronomy, AI, classic literature and Russian literature. But my lack of formal education and others' reaction to my lack of formal education is leaving me depressed and sometimes suicidal. I'm at the point where I'm considering taking evening courses to get certificates and a degree. I would be in my early 30s if I decide to enroll now. I would like others' opinion on the matter. Thanks in advance. Lol, you will likely earn a lot more than most of uni grads, also need to add in that you won't have a crippling university debt. At 25 you should be getting to the stage of not giving a shit what others think. I highly doubt people walking down the street are really thinking about you. I'm sure some people on dates may have some stigma, but they sound pretty shallow and is that really what you want anyways? I work in IT, it pays well but on-call rotations can suck, and it can be pretty stressful in some environments. There are a lot of days I wish I knew a trade, especially when I'm trying to do things around the house. Trust me, anyone with a stigma will be wishing they knew how to do some of your job when they buy a house. You're doing really well. Perhaps a new set of friends would help in providing a different POV. You are making up a disempowering story about your life. The real question to ask yourself is why? Dude, you will be the one laughing all the way to the bank. Keep pursuing your career as an electrician. Become good at it. Make your way to the top. Good electricians are always in demand. All those women turning their nose up at you have a rude awakening and store barista wages aren't going to make a dent in her student debt. As an electrician I find it hard to justify continuing my education so I can pay tens of thousands of dollars to take a pay cut. First, people probably aren't looking at you or talking about you in any kind of way. People just don't care about what strangers are doing. Second, if a woman treats you with disgust because of your job. Good. You can eliminate her quickly. If you had a job she respected, would this be the sort of people you want to have a relationship with? Why not bask in the glow of pseudo-intellectual gold diggers passing you over while you buy a home before you're 30? Talk to a doctor about your mental health. SI is dangerous, think of SI like heart attack symptoms but your psyche. I went the computer science route and yes I make good money, but overall the trades probably would have been a better overall option. Union, pension etc. I joined the army, so I didn't have to pay for school, at least with money, lol. My dad was, and to an extent still is, in the trades. He was an building engineer, no degree, worked his way up, now he is a partner in his own commercial mechanical services company that is approaching having a nationwide footprint, pulling in more money than I will ever make. You're the smart one honestly. I went to uni and can't find a job with either of my degrees. I'd rather work a trade than retail, which I'm stuck doing. My friend is a graduate in computer, electrical engineering and can only get a job installing cable with people who didn't go to college. There are millionaires in Silicon Valley that dropped out of high school and learned coding on YouTube and make more than 99% of all computer science graduates. If someone treats you with disrespect then screw them. Really don't let anyone define you. You are awesome and should have pride. I'm an electrician. I make $120K a year and prob $20K a year cash from side jobs. I bought my car cash. Fuck people's opinions. They won't be giving you a hard time 5 years from now when they have loans and you're out earning them. Dude, I'm an electrician. I slugged my way through college. It was not for me. Office life, sitting on my assistant all day, no way. I have to tell you, you have to do right by you. Those people who look down on you, who are they really? They don't really care about you and they are likely a bunch of wankers anyway. If the trades work for one, you then go with it. Invest in your pension or whatever you need to retire and grind it out. Join a union and don't worry about all the status, it does you no good. No one looks at you with disgust as you walk by. There's this quote that goes something like, no one is thinking about you as much as you think they are. If you're dating women who look down on you being an electrician, then they aren't the smartest cookies no matter what piece of expensive, qualifying paper they hold. Learn for enjoyment, not to impress randoms. Nah, you're good, man. Just chill out. Relax and don't be so worried about what all these other people think. Electricians' work is good work and pays well. Keep doing what you're doing. And FK all the rest of them. I'm university educated, and if I had it to do all over again I would have taken the trade route. Level 2 at 25? If you want and you plan right, you can open your own shop one day and be your own boss with a skill that will always be in demand. Don't let anyone look down upon. If they do, give them a wry smile and keep a composed look. They don't have anything that you don't, except probably more stress and uncertainty. Keep it, and you'll find the right person one day that won't look at you for what you do, but for who you are. Build solid character, and that's what matters. Dude. You made the correct choice. Screw the others. If I'm honest, I don't know anyone who wouldn't be impressed with an electrician. It requires skills, job for life, and no debt. I wouldn't go to uni just to impress others, do it for yourself. Good luck. My husband has 3 siblings who are nurses. They pay a lot in loans even after nursing 10 years. My husband went to school 1 year and after 4 years of paid apprentice jobs he got his journeyman. He makes over $34 an hour with great benefits. His schooling cost less than $10,000. I hope our kids take trade jobs. Yay, always continue learning and you will go far. Just a note op, the over-aggressive trade school lovers are out in force in these comments. Do have pride in your work and find pride in yourself for doing something you like and that works for you. Trade school can be excellent and it sounds like you're making it so. Don't look down on those who do opt for a degree like many of these other commenters are. That mindset is not going to do you any favors and is in fact the inverse of what you believe others are doing to you. Let me tell you, there are many uni grads sitting at home filling out hundreds of job applications with no reply, watching their student loan interest increase and wishing they'd gone into a trade like you did. Something grass is always greener. Money is money. As long as you enjoy your job, then just try to find people that are real and won't judge you for your career choice, because so far it sounds like the people you surround yourself with are shallow. You are educated and it is formal, it just happens in a different way. If people are reacting that way, they are telling you something about themselves. Find new people who are less lame. Lol, laugh all the way to the bank, my friend. Trade careers can be very lucrative. And people have such a limited view, like how do people think companies come to be? Like some white-collar uppity fuck makes an electrical company and hires lowly minions? No, you work well in your trade, make great connections and a client network, then start your own business. Lots of options, my friend, go out and crush it. I legitimately don't know who you hang out with, but it must be a pretty snobby crowd if they are acting like this. Speaking as someone who is about to finish a law degree in a terrible job market, whether you do whatever pays your bills and if you want to get a degree to feel better about yourself, then by all means do it part-time. Brother, I respect you for choosing the career route you chose. For starters, like folks have been saying, you aren't saddled with student loan debt like those that went to university. That's an incredible advantage. I don't know anything about being an electrician, but I'm sure it takes an incredible amount of skill and intelligence to do what you do. Don't let shallow people get you down. Also, please see a therapist to help you with your thoughts of suicide. I get down on myself too sometimes, and seeing a therapist has helped me a lot. Stay positive, brother. We are all rooting for you. Homie, you're doing great. Trust me, you are much better off than anyone looking down their nose at you. Keep doing your thing. Bro is someone in university. Anyone who looks down on you, you don't need in your life. You don't need to think about people who look down on you or seek their approval. Watch the episode of Frasier where Niles and the plumber are comparing their Mercedes. The only people who look down on other people's jobs are people who don't matter. Do what you want to do. Be who you want to be. You care way too much about what other people think, and they probably don't think anything of it at all. A vast majority of people don't have college degrees, so those looking down on you are saying something about themselves, not you. Don't let them get you down. Get to know people outside of work and dating settings. That gives you a chance to show who you are, a well-rounded, hard-working person. We have a tendency to judge on very little information, and today's dating process exacerbates that. But you stay true to what is you. Don't worry what others think. Someday you'll own your own company, be a millionaire, and have electricians working for you on jobs you dispatch. Stay focused on self-improvement and self-care daily. Continue building your knowledge base with reading anything that interests you from the subjects mentioned. Good luck, you got this. Someone who decided to go the university route here. If someone is looking down on you or trying to belittle you for having the wisdom to pursue a career that there will always be a demand for, then tell them to F off. You are deserving of respect. Anyone who would act as though a certificate or degree makes them superior is a rotten egg in my book. Keep doing you up. You'll find some decent people as you move through life. Forget the snobs. Nobody worth knowing will judge you for your career. Especially not a well-paying, stable career. My partner is an electrician. I have a degree. He has a great job, and I had to start over at the bottom in a new career because my first choice utterly failed. Honestly, unless you're going into an industry where you need a degree, then they're rarely the best option. However, if you decide you want to pursue education for your own enjoyment and learning, that can be a great experience. Well, tell them you earn better and not in debt. I would marry you if I were a girl. Lol. You made the right choice. Look at how much debt you have at 25 compared to the debt other college students have at 25. Stick with the trades and don't bother with a degree just to fit in. You will always have a job when your friends might struggle to get a job even in your 30s and 40s. Hello. Can't speak for the dating part, but I get the impression your assumption that strangers on the street look at you with disgust is a projection of your own insecurity. Most people don't really care. Talk to a professional, bro. I wished I'd gone for a trade instead of a degree. Being an electrician is a good job and you shouldn't be ashamed of it. I'd personally have no issue dating an electrician. Surround yourself with less snobby people and hold your head up high. Can you join r Simple Living? This subreddit might help you. I make the most out of all of the people I went to college with. I did an apprenticeship afterwards. They went straight into work. If you're putting food on the table and you're happy with what you're doing, screw them. People around you seem very pretentious. Electrician is very vital work. IDK who would look down on it, they are probably jealous. Don't do it. An electrician is a good job and has good security. Don't get into debt or stress yourself out for the perception of others. If you want more education, do it for yourself and you own career aspirations, not other people. I'll tell you now. These same people who sticking their nose up at you are going to wishing they had your job when they find they can't get a job or are extremely underpaid. Degrees are the golden ticket they used to be. And there is nothing wrong with blue-collar jobs. All these girls and their reactions show you that is not the type of person you want to date. You are doing great. Focus on your future. Save money, travel, find new friends, explore, and you'll see in 5 years how ridiculous these thoughts were. I'm so sorry you're being treated poorly. I went to university, completed a double degree with honors, and I can assure you that I don't remember more than 2% of it. University absolutely does not dictate your value. I would try to avoid contact with people who have this stupid bias if possible. E.g., when dating, put your field of work in your profile so that you don't need to waste time with women who have this stupid notion that you're less than because you didn't go to uni. In the meantime, please see a therapist if you're feeling depressed and suicidal. All the best. My sister's husband is a commercial electrician for a big company. He makes $100K plus a year. I'm a university graduate and I make $50K. My sister has a master's degree and she makes $75K, but only because she has a government job. I got some regrets about that degree now. If a girl doesn't like you because of your job, you shouldn't be upset you're not with her. Man, there are people in this world who appreciate you for who you are, not for the properties you own or the money you have. These are the people you should look to include in your life. If those fancy schmucks look down on you, move on, it's better for you and worst for them. Brah, you're a baller, fuck 'em. I make $140K cleaning shit for a living, I like my job, you just have to find people like you, which might not be easy, but don't give up brother, we're here for you. College degree, you don't need it, you have a skilled trade. Don't pussy down to their level, you're already above 'em. Dude. Electricians rule. You obviously know how expensive it is to do electrical in a home. Imagine all the people giving you dirty looks when they get their first bill to rewire an old house. Being an electrician is a classic, noble and awesome trade. And it is exciting, there will be plenty of people who will be interested in you romantically regardless of that. All the electricians I know are both married and own homes. I have a full-on career doing what I love and making decent money, but if I go back to school, it's going to be electronics-based. I know it's not the same as an electrician, but I work on instruments. Just do what you love, and the rest will follow. You have skills that will last a lifetime and you can take them anywhere in the world. You will meet lots of interesting people and make great connections. You don't have crippling student debt. It doesn't matter what others think of you. Are you happy? Are you financially okay? Are you healthy? Do you have interests that keep your mind engaged? Do things that bring you joy and focus on those. 2 degrees, absolutely useless, my trade makes me pretty decent money. Fuck people and find a better class of them to be around. They aren't disinterested, they are mad and sulking because they, like me, went 80K plus I to debt for a useless piece of paper when they could have only had a few years worth of debt and had an actual skill. They will never be needed and never for the value they've been told they are worth. You will always be demanded and at a much higher rate than you ever thought possible. A trade is worth so much more than a degree in 100 different ways. What's the saying? They are jelly? Start carrying those individual packets of peanut butter and tell people since they are acting so jelly they need that to go with it. Hand it and walk away lol. I get it. If I were you, I'd pursue what's in your heart. Your purpose. What matters to you. And ignore the cultural conditioning. Be the man you had been before the world told you who to be. Don't abandon yourself, abandon the world's expectations of you. Quit trying to fit in so you can be free. Stop pleasing, and start living. There is a certain snobbery of people with college degrees towards people without. It is totally unwarranted as I have met idiots with college degrees and believe some of the great geniuses Newton and Da Vinci, e.g., evinced their genius without formal education. Newton taught himself Latin as an example. Da Vinci taught himself everything. Someone with a haughty attitude, and especially an undeserved haughty attitude, is someone you might well avoid anyway. Don't worry about them while you earn good money and have savings, buy a house, they will have student debt. Anyone who judges others for their career choice can go jump.